Now, yesterday, the Nio Stock fell below $30 per stock. It was trading around $29 and something cents, which I must say brought a lot of panic to some of the Nio investors. Some people started saying that Nio now it's cheaper than Li Auto in terms of share price, which yeah, that trend, it was quite an interesting one to watch. But as I always say, as long as the stock it's not changing its strong fundamentals, as long as the strong fundamentals are still there and are continuing to build up, then this is that kind of a stock that I always tell, or that I always motivate you to stay long and hold it for a longer term. And yesterday, or the prices or the share prices we saw yesterday, those were good, attractive prices. I hope you guys went ahead and snatched some of the Nio shares as they were trading at a massive discount. I mean, there's a hashtag also on Twitter that was saying that Nio is officially the cheapest or the most undervalued EV stock in the stock market today, which probably I also don't disagree with that statement at all, because you will remember that this is a stock, like I said, that continues to build in its strong fundamental. This is a stock that has good future prospects. I mean, this is for this reason, or it is for these reasons why you see the big financial institutions or the analysts from the big financial institutions continuing to raise the price target for the Nio stock, because they can see the future, or they can see the bright future that lies within the Nio stock, which is something that must make you not to panic when you see times, or when you see sharp drops like we saw yesterday, but instead go out there and go and load the boat on this stock, because I tell you, this is a stock which is just set for greatness. So we saw stocks regaining their share prices towards the closure of the end of day yesterday, which brought a lot of excitement, and this was due to the Fed speech which was taking place yesterday. So the fact that most of those stocks that were dropping in share prices sharply, like Nio, regain or started regaining their share prices after that speech, just simply means that they are really liking, or the stock market is really liking the Fed speech, which is something that is incredible, and which is something that must tell us or show us that we might see some of the stocks, or some of those growth stocks that were heavily hit this week, to start regaining their share prices even today and Friday and going forward, which is something that is incredible, and is the one that ought to encourage you to load the boat on these good stocks that are here in the stock market that were being heavily hit yesterday. So Nio, after that speech, we saw it going over $30 per stock, which is something that is incredible, because this might just be the beginning of the rally on the upside on Nio, because you remember that in just 2 days time, Nio will be hosting the Nio Day, or the 5th consecutive Nio Day, which is something that is truly amazing, because you will remember that so many of the analysts from the big financial institutions are indicating that, or are motivating investors to invest or to buy Nio before that day, because we know that a lot of things can unfold from that day alone. I mean, just this week we saw, or we read Nio indicating that they will be unveiling a new model. That is confirmed. We know about that, and I must tell you, or let me tell you right now, to say that Nio, it will not only be unveiling that model. There are so many big things that I'm anticipating, or I'm thinking Nio will announce on that day, which is something that, or which are the kind of news that will revive this Nio stock. Don't think that the Nio Day will just be about the ET5 model, or the so-called upcoming ET5 model, but there are so many other things that Nio will announced on that day, which is why I definitely think that even these analysts or some of these analysts from the big financial institutions are encouraging retail investors like you and me to load the boat before that event, because they know that after that event, then the share price, or we might see the share price starting to rise with big momentums, which is something that is incredible and is the one that must motivate you to stay long and add more position at this low trading price that we are witnessing on this Nio stock. Just yesterday, during that sharp fall, Edison Yu from Deutsche Bank just indicated that investors should consider buying more before the Nio day, which is something that, like I say, it's not the first time we are hearing this from an analyst. These analysts are also signaling to us to say that we must buy this stock before the Nio day. And the good thing about this financial analyst, you remember that truth be told, they know more than us retail investors. There is more info they know about this stock more than us, the retail investor. I mean, it is for this reason why you will see that Nio stock currently has a strong buy in Wall Street. So many analysts are believing that Nio is currently a strong buy. So if you are to buy this stock now, then you will reap the good returns in the future. That's what Wall Street, or that's the kind of sentiment that's in Wall Street about the Nio stock. It's a strong buy, which I definitely think that you ought not to take it very lightly, because like I said, financial analysts always know more than what as the retail investors know about the stock. So don't take the things they say about this stock very lightly, because I tell you, you are going to miss on the good opportunity that lies within these stocks. So this statement, which was released by one of the analysts from Deutsche, is something that tells us that probably from next week we might see the Nio stock seriously gaining momentum upwards after the Nio day. That which is something, like I said, it ought to motivate you and make you not to panic by the sharp drops we saw yesterday, but instead it should encourage you to load the boat. So as I've already indicated to you, the ET5, we already know that is the model that Nio might be releasing this coming Saturday, and its price range is around 46,000 US dollars, which is almost in the same price range with Tesla Model 3, BMW 3 Series and Audi A4, which is something that is truly amazing, because this just means that this model of Nio will be competitive. And the good thing is that the analysts in Deutsche believe that Nio will deliver 9,000 vehicles of the ET5 model next year, which is something that is incredible, and it has to show you or indicate to you that this is one of the model that we are going to see Nio start selling next year. And of course, Deutsche indicated that this model will be the first model to be fully produced at the Nio Park, which is something that is incredible, because you remember that around the Q3 of 2022 we can expect Nio Park to start with the production of these cars. So they further indicated that in 2023 they believe that Nio will deliver around 65,000 vehicles of the ET5 model, which is something that is incredible, because this just shows you the strength that we will start seeing in terms of deliveries after Nio Park is completed. You remember that the annual production of Nio Park is 1 million EVs annually, which is something that is incredible. And these 65,000 vehicles that Deutsche believes Nio will deliver of the ET5 alone in 2023 is something that is very possible. I'm not against it. I fully concur with what they are saying, which is something that is incredible. Now, Nio in Wall Street currently has a price target of around $60.67, which is an almost 100% increase from where the current share price of Nio is trading at right now, which is something that is truly amazing and has to be the one to motivate you. In fact, it's, to be exact or accurate, it is over 97%, which is something that is incredible, and it shows you the potential and the kind of returns that you can get from the Nio stock if you are to take this opportunity and load the boat on this stock. Nio is a company that continues to grow from its strong fundamentals. I mean, just today we read that Nio just completed deploying battery swap station number 722, which ought to be taken as a very good thing, because you know the kind of convenience that come with these battery swap stations. You know the kind of good things that comes out of these battery swap stations. So this ought to be taken as a good news. Otherwise, Nio is a good company with great future prospects, and seeing such a company with good future prospects trading at these low trading prices ought to motivate you to load the boat on this Nio stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, please know that this video was just for entertainment purposes, and you should not take it as a professional financial advice. Otherwise, if you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now, and that is you need to go and consult the professionals. Otherwise, if you like the content that I was sharing about the Nio stock, don't forget to hit that likes button and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. And hey, before you put your penny on this stock, please make sure that you go out there and do your own due diligence on this stock, so that at least you can be comfortable when you are investing into this stock. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.